All right, welcome to volume 318. I'm Mark Graves, just a regular guy fighting prostate cancer. I'm really glad to have you along for the ride. Today, I have got a special treat for you. And this is how my brain works. Did I say it was volume 318? It is. It's a Monday morning, so I'm going to use that as my excuse. But I know I haven't seen you guys in a while. I've been living my best life, been doing a lot of good stuff. Energy's coming back. The PSA's been at less than 0.04 for I don't know, a year and a half, a little more than that. So things are going well, getting a lot accomplished, starting to build my strength back up, starting to build up my stamina. So that's helping quite a bit. But today is a special video because we've got something coming up that I want to tell you guys about. And obviously you can see I got a couple of guests sitting here. So let me introduce the guys that need no introduction. I'm trying to think if it's going to be their left or their right. But as you're looking at the TV screen, well, I was going to say they both have glasses, so that doesn't help any. So, Dennis, would you raise your hand? There we go. Okay, so that's Dennis Finnegan, who I met through the Facebook page for Prostate Cancer Warriors. There's a Zoom call every Wednesday, and I think we do that at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Okay, and I can't tell you how amazing this is. That's where I met Lou. Lou, raise your hand. There's only two of you. They're going to know that's you. But that's where I met Lou at, and it's a great group of guys that get together and talk about prostate cancer. And you know, there's guys that are new on there. There's guys that have never talked about it before. There's old timers on there. I think you've been doing this over 2 years now, right? Okay. So I highly recommend it. I'm going to put a link and a picture of the page in there if you guys would like to check it out and join it. It's every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern time. He's also the author, and I had to write down the name of the book. It's long, but A Prostate Cancer, A Journey of Fear and Hope. And it even goes longer than that, but you can find it on Amazon. I got a copy of it and read it when I first met Dennis, and I highly recommend. This should be required reading for guys when they find out that they have prostate cancer, because it really does kind of lay it all out for you and let you know you're not alone. You're not the only one that's going to feel this way. And my favorite line in there, not my favorite, but one of the really good ones, is that it feels like a gut punch. And Dennis couldn't have described it better. That's, you know, how it all felt for all of us. Now, a lot of us are doing things to try and raise the awareness of prostate cancer. My channel is the whole idea behind that. Wearing the prostate cancer bands, t-shirts. We're all trying to get it to where guys are more aware of what's going on, so they can get checked earlier, they can get tested earlier, they can find out what's going on, and also so we can be there to support them when things go on. That being said, it's not a cheap thing. Research is expensive, and we do try to do things to raise a lot of money, and that's where we come in right here. So Dennis and Lou, you're both going to be, and I'll just do a quick synopsis. You're both going to be doing a bike ride to raise money, and it's called Ride Closer to Free, and that's the part I'm going to take care of. You guys explain to everybody, if you would, what's involved in this, how many times you've done it, the purposes, where the money goes.
Hi, everybody. So yeah, so it's Closer to Free is the name. It's the organization is the Yale New Haven Smilow Cancer Center, and the funds go to two different areas. It goes to patient care. They have a fund for people that have special needs that they can't be able to afford for themselves, and the second portion of the fund goes towards research, advanced research. This is in New Haven, Connecticut. So they've been doing it for a while, and one of the biggest fundraiser is a cycle event they have, and it's pretty neat because it's a local hospital in New Haven, downtown New Haven, the Smilow Cancer Center, and it's supported by the whole community there throughout the state, throughout New England. It's one of the largest cancer centers in New England, and boy, they hit us right where we need to be. The ride is for cancer patients, for the families of survivors of cancer patients, for cancer patients that died. And it gives people the opportunity to do something for a member, in their family that they've lost or is in treatment, both in raising money and physically participating in this event. What I love is their mantra as a cancer patient. battling since 2018. Hope rides with us. You couldn't just have a better line to describe what we need. Hope ride, determination rides with us, and so it becomes a family event, Mark, just like your channel and all the people that share with you. Dennis and I met through prostate cancer. One of the bright sides of having cancer is the people you get a chance to meet. Dennis and I met in 2018. Forces me as a cancer patient to train, to exercise. There's days you don't want to get out of bed, but I'm going to participate with a team. I'm going to participate with people that I know, for people that I know. So I better get my ass out of bed and get on my bike and put some miles in, so I can make the event. So it travels through the whole year. It travels as part of my treatment plan. And that's what's, really kind of amazing. I could talk for hours on it. It's my whole family's involved in it. We do a separate fundraiser out of my house. My kids are involved in it. My wife volunteers at the actual event itself. You get to challenge yourself. We've ridden 25 miles, 65 miles, 100 miles. This will be our third year. This is my fifth year participating. And I think about the conversation I had with my first urologist when we were talking about, stage 4 metastatic prostate cancer in the lymph nodes. I can guarantee you 3, maybe 5. Well, this is my fifth year, riding this event. And how awesome is that? And not strongest, of ever, but, strong enough to be able to participate this year. So, Dennis?
Yeah, I would say Lou is very humble. He is very strong, and I think Lou would agree, and Mark would agree, that we're strong mentally, physically, and spiritually. That this fighting cancer, we use that term, prostate cancer warriors. We use this kind of manly kind of language, if I may, because we want to contribute back. We don't want to be victims. One of my favorite sayings is, I have prostate cancer, but prostate cancer does not have me. So I can live a great life for whatever is left. I'm very fortunate that my cancer was caught early and that my treatment seems to have been effective. But still, it weighs on my mind and my heart at times. And when I'm around guys like Mark and Lou, I get uplifted. I feel better, and the idea of giving back. I'll add one little thing about my book. All the proceeds from my book get donated to prostate cancer research. I don't take a penny from it. And Lou and his wife and family put on this elder ride before the big one, and all that money gets donated, to the research. And I'll add the Closer to Free ride research monies and support monies are for all kinds of cancers, not just prostate. It's a very large attempt. We have commercials in Connecticut that are just amazing. What they, people singing and interviews with people. Lou was interviewed, I think it was last year, for a local newscast, because we got to get the word out, right? And I will then go a little narrower on the male cancer and prostate cancer specifically. We don't get the public publicity and look out there. Men just don't like talking about this stuff, and when you see commercials on TV, I suspect you'll seldom see the prostate cancer mentioned. I was commented to my wife yesterday, Mark, we had a Keytruda commercial, and they mentioned a bunch of cancers, but not prostate cancer. So I'm not sure why. Prostate cancer equals breast cancer in frequency and death rate. So it's a serious disease. 1 in 7 or 1 in 8 men, depending on which research study you look at, are going to have prostate cancer. The good news is we have lots and lots of treatments because people before us helped fund research to find these new therapies, and many of our guys in our warrior group are on clinical trials to contribute even more to the knowledge base and solutions that are out there. For me, the bicycle ride, the cycling, is more of a challenge. I'm very fit. I work out with weights. I walk the golf course every day, but cycling got in my head. I loved it. And then I had a bad crash 2 years ago. And I had to fight back to get back on the road. And one of the ways I fight back, and Lou has another method we do this, is my prostate cancer buddies ride with me. On my bars, I have names. Now I'm changing it this year because I can't fit all the names on my bars. I'm going to have prostate cancer warriors on one bar and the cancer crew on the other bar. And when I come up a big hill, which could be like the next PSA test or the next checkup, and I get afraid and I get a little anxious, I look down, I see those names, and they lift me up. They carry me over that hill. This year is the easiest riding I've done to date. And I think it's because I've shifted this attitude around, I'm doing this for my buddies, and I love it. And it's meditative and it's spiritual, and I'm really tired when I'm done. But all of that together seems to bring kind of the goodness of cancer. I know that sounds weird, but I am truly committed to this statement. I am glad that I got prostate cancer. I have met so many people and interacted people all around the world. And some of their friendships are super deep, to like brotherly friendships or even beyond that. I mean, me and my brother, we fought all the time. So I'm sure we loved each other, but there's guys like Lou and Mark in particular that no matter where I'm at, when I talk to them, I get uplifted. I feel good. So, we're fighting cancer. We're not going to go down. Just let it have its way. And while we do it, we're going to love life. And I appreciate Mark for helping us spread the message.
Oh, no worries. I'm glad to be able to be a part of this in my own way. I've also donated to both of you. We are going to put a link in the comments below. That'll be the team page. If you guys would like to donate, it'll go to the team, and then whoever's going to need the money in there, that'll be dispersed to them. And everything in here is going towards helping with cancer research. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Thanks, Dennis. Is helping with cancer research, and then also helping directly with people that are affected with cancer. So you'll see the address up there on the top. If you want to pause this and take a screenshot of it or open that on your computer, feel free. I'll also have it in the comment section below so that you can click on that. But I got to tell you guys, I wouldn't physically be able to do it at this point in my life. It's not going to happen. If there was any way at all that I could, I'd love to fly out there and join you guys. So I'm going to do the part I can here, and that's to help you guys financially, pray for you, and root you on. Now, last year we had a way to be able to follow you guys while you were on the course. Is that going to be available this year as well?
Yes, absolutely. We use a couple of different programs. One in Strava, it sends a link out, and it actually shows the map with the route and the little dot. And I've had relatives on the side of the road, and I'm like, that looks like my cousin. And she was actually following me and leapfrogging around the particular day. But it's neat to sit in your living room and be able to see the different towns, because we ride, through historic Connecticut, through the coastline, through the country.
And that tracking app actually can save you. I got lost. I can get lost with the GPS quite easily. And so I was totally lost, and nobody else was around. I called my wife. She saw the dot, drove over to me, got me back on the route, and off I went. So, and again, that's, maybe Mark, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe next year in September, you fly out, you stay with us, and then you could go along the route and wave to us and hold up a sign or something, and we have rest stops where we stop and we refuel and rehydrate. But just and then you could be in wonderful New England for a few days.
Oh, that's awesome. And what's the exact date you guys are going to be riding?
September 9th.
September 9th. Okay. That's fantastic. Well, guys, thanks so much. I know you're busy, and it's cool that you have your, I don't know the terminology, riding jerseys or whatever you want to call it, that you have on. And so I will be praying for you guys. I'll be rooting you on from here. Also, too, there was one thing I wanted to add with all of the other things that Denis has done. He also is the guy who made the Prostate Cancer Warrior quilts. And I'm going to put a little picture in here. Okay, so that's me with the quilt. And I'm not trying to throw anything out there, but I think I was the first guy to get one, right?
Yeah.
So
And let me, besides, he's an awesome guy. When you see the prostate cancer ribbon in the middle of the quilt, Mark made those for me. So I think I'm up to 35 quilts that I've given out. He's been part of every one of them. So, and a matter of fact, I was working on one today. It's almost done. So
that's awesome. And for the guys of us that are, have received those, it's kind of a badge of honor. It's something we're going to have till we die, and then, pass it along to our kids. So, and it's weird. I don't talk about that very much, but it really, every time I see that, I think of you, and I'm touched by that. So, thanks for that. I appreciate that.
And again, much like the writing, we all find ways to live with cancer, right? Instead of die with cancer. And like I said, I spent probably an hour and a half today sewing all by myself. I had some music on lightly in the background, but it was kind of meditative. You take these scraps of fabric and you bring them together into a design. And I equate it to our prostate cancer warrior family. We have quite a diverse set of guys in the group. We have a doctor, we have a phone company guy, we have a construction guy, a submarine guy. I mean, we got all these different guys, and when we bring them together, something special happens, some synergy happens. And I really think that's why the quilts are meaningful to me, and what I've heard from my friends is because we bring together these diverse colors and shapes, and all of a sudden we have something that represents others. And for me to send one and the wonderful feedback I get, I just wish I could sew quicker. I just can't. So, but I have a goal. I try to do 1 to 2 a month, and it's just great. And again, I wouldn't have had any of that had I not had cancer, had these friends.
Yeah, it's fantastic how we've changed our outlook on life. And we were just talking about that on the call the other day, and you said it here in this interview that I used to say I never would have chosen to have cancer, but now knowing what I know, I absolutely would have chosen this path, which is crazy to people who aren't in our situation. It sounds insane, but it's not. If you're living our lives, then it makes it easier to understand. But okay, I appreciate you guys being here so much, taking time out, and you guys are in Connecticut. So I'm going to be watching on the app. I'll remind everybody as we get closer to the 9th of September that you're going to be out there writing. And guys, if you can, man, $5, whatever, throw it in there and help out a little bit. I guarantee it'll make you feel good. It's just one of those things where every little opportunity that we get to help to make more awareness about cancer, prostate cancer, and this time all cancers, it just makes you feel good. And right now, that's kind of what it's all about. Raising the vibration, spreading the love, and treating each other better than we used to. So I thank you guys very much for being here. I appreciate that. And to everybody that's watching the channel, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. If this did something for you, give me a thumbs up. Let's get that. Oh, get my thumbs in there. Get my thumbs up. And then that helps the algorithm. We talk about that all the time. More people be able to find the channel. So I appreciate all the prayers, all the goodwill you guys send my way, all the positive energy you put into the universe, all the aloha, all the shaka, all the good juju, medium juju, whatever you guys want to send my way. I totally appreciate it. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you on the next video.